It's Tuesday, April 29th at 8:15 in the morning, and the dogs and I have come over to the Camden East Alvar for a walk here. We haven't been here since last summer, and just thought I'd come and check it out. It's mostly clear and quite breezy now from the southwest and about 15 degrees. There is the chance of rain and thunderstorms later, so we thought we'd get out early. So I can just make out a line of clouds far to the north. We're going to have a cold front gradually working its way across the area today, and there'll be a series of bands of rainstorms and thunderstorms possibly coming through. So we'll see what happens in that vein. In some parts of Ontario, there's the risk of severe thunderstorms. I think we're in that risk area as well, but the future radar made it look like most of what's going to pass through here will be pretty minimal, but we'll see. Several towhees singing and robins. Towhees are quite common in this red cedar savanna habitat, as well as field sparrows, which I've already heard several of as well. We're on the east-west track now, and we're going to head east to the Love Road Swamp, I believe it's called, or the Love Road Marsh. It's a couple kilometers, I think, down this trail. Got my first black and white warbler of the year singing off in the brush over here. That's always nice to hear for the first time. Unfortunately, the wind this morning is going to reduce bird song quite a bit. It's getting gustier and gustier out here, but I just wanted to go somewhere new for a change instead of the same old places. As you can see here, the edge of the trail is covered with white trilliums coming up and adder's tongue lilies poking in between those. Well, this has been a very pleasant stroll down towards the marsh here. Beautiful day so far. Lots of birds, got 20 species already after about half an hour. And a few warblers now. We've got the Nashville warbler, black and white warbler, black-throated green warbler. I guess that does it for the warblers, and then had blue-headed vireo, so the birds are coming back. We'll see what we get at the marsh, hopefully some waterfowl. I can already see up ahead with my binoculars that there's a couple trumpeter swans in the marsh. So we'll approach quietly and hopefully see some other things. So as you can hear, we've got some Canada geese Hello, boys. How are you? Hi, guys. How are you? It's okay. So it's 9 o'clock and we're just heading back now from the marsh. And that was a nice little encounter with the trumpeter swans and the geese. And just upon leaving, I heard a pied-billed grebe calling back in there. So currently we have 25 species of birds, so that's pretty good. It's been quite active along here. This has been a good choice actually because this trail is quite protected from the wind. So there are birds singing along it. And I wanted to get down here early before the weather changed. So it was really nice to see all those geese and trumpeter swans. I thought they would move away from us as we approached the water, but they actually came over to us and sat right in front of us. If I'd had a decent camera, I could have got some beautiful film of the swans there. I think they're probably staking out the marsh as a place to breed. Maybe they're already starting to nest there, and so they're getting probably protective of their marsh area. So they came out to see what we were doing. There are some clouds building now off to the west, as you can see here. Sort of a semi-dense light cumulus, I would describe it as, set amongst a bit of a hazy background. The humidity is supposed to get quite high today. So the CAPE values, the convective available potential energy, is going to be quite high as well, which puts us at greater risk of severe thunderstorms. But again, those risks will probably be higher to the north of us and to the south of us. I'll probably try to get back here in the next couple weeks as well, because that will actually be the prime time to come to the site for the wildflowers. I'm a little early right now to see the maximum floral display of spring that Alvars are known for, but we'll see what it looks like out in the more open Alvar when we get there. And here we have some Carex eburnia, I do believe. Still immature, so it hasn't formed the achenes yet. But this is what it looks like. Very fine leaves, tight to the ground, small heads like this. So the prairie smoke is actually coming into bloom. I didn't think it would be out quite yet. And we also have a fair amount of Virginia saxifrage blooming in the background here. So it's 9:26 now, and we've been walking for about an hour and 12 minutes, and we've done about 3.6 kilometers, and we're back at the crossroads. We're going to head into the Alvar proper now and just see what it looks like. It may be too flooded to walk through there. I didn't bring boots. I wasn't really expecting to come here when I left. I wasn't sure where I was going, but this is where we ended up. So we'll see. Sometimes this land in here is very flooded, and I don't really want to get soaked, but we'll go check it out. Getting into some of the flooded areas now. Yeah, the trail to the north looks pretty flooded, so I think I'm going to just circle back out of here, and then we'll head up the north road through the site, I think. Okay, 9:47, and we're back on the north-south road, heading north. And you can see the skies to the north are getting increasingly cloudy. I'll keep my eye on the radar to try to make sure we're not going to get caught out here by a thunderstorm or something. This section of road has a number of deep potholes like this one ahead of us that you have to sort of walk around unless you do have boots on. As you move north on the trail, you go down in altitude a number of steps towards County Road East 1, which is the road that Camden East is on. So we're dropping in a number of steps here, probably, I don't know, 50 meters or so from where we were on the top of the Alvar plateau back there to up here where it's much lower. Here we can see right up to the road now. Not too far away, about half a kilometer, I guess, or 400 meters, something like that. We'll just go up to there and then turn back. Okay, it's 10:06 and we've been walking for about an hour and 58 minutes. And we've just done around 5.8 kilometers, and we're up here at County Road 1, which is just east of the village of Camden East. Just gonna come out and take a look down the road and then head back down this road towards where we parked. I think that may be it for today. Now we have to climb back up the slopes here, the different ledges of limestone. Just as we came up the last slope and crested on top of the plateau, there were 5 turkeys down the road in front of us, so Bandit had to go and chase them off the road. We hadn't really been seeing anything on the roads at all, and she sticks quite tightly to me, so I didn't think there was too much of an issue, but she felt she had to go and clear them out of the way. Now if Zoe had been off, she probably would have gone right into the woods and tried to follow them, but that's always a bit dicey with her. That's why I usually keep her on the ropes when we're out in the wilds. Around our farm she has full freedom to run, and sometimes on the trails I let her off too if I think things are clear and open for a long ways. So okay, it's about 10:30 and we're at the crossroads of the 4 corners of the site, and normally I would walk to the west down this section of the road, but since we did the north piece today, I'm not going to do that. We've walked 7.2 kilometers already in about 2 hours and 15 minutes, so I think that's enough. That'll add another 40 or 50 minutes if we go to the end of that and back, maybe even longer depending how fast we go. So we've walked enough. I need to get home and do a few things before the rain comes, if it is coming. There is some rain showers or storms off north of Toronto right now, and then further north up into the Canadian Shield area, but nothing around here yet. Just getting more cloudy all the time. I honestly don't think we're going to get a whole lot out of this system, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be surprised later in the day with a good thunderstorm or something. Anyhow, it's been a really nice walk along here this morning. I've enjoyed it a lot. As far as our bird list, we're at 36 species right now, and maybe I'll list them out when I get back to the car. Nice little towhee singing over here. Rufous-sided towhee. And there's another bird for the list beyond him, a turkey vulture flying around. First one of those I've seen today. Oh, this was a really nice walk. I'm glad I came over here. Nice to see something a little bit different. I do have lots of places to walk on the local rail trails too, but I've walked those all so many times, and they start to get a little bit boring after a while, but I guess I've got to find some new areas I need to explore, find some hitherto untraveled zones, all in the name of YouTube. Yeah, so it's 10:41 and we've walked for 2 hours and 27 minutes and we've gone 7.7 kilometers. So a pretty good little outing, and ready to get in the car, and I'll go over the list of birds when I get in there because it's quite windy out here. Okay, so let's go over our bird list from the Alvar. We had Canada geese, trumpeter swan, mallard, wild turkey, ruffed grouse, mourning dove, Wilson snipe, pied-billed grebe, turkey vulture, yellow-bellied sapsucker, northern flicker, eastern phoebe, blue-headed vireo, blue jay, American crow, common raven, black-capped chickadee, golden-crowned kinglet, northern house wren, winter wren, brown thrasher, eastern bluebird, American robin, purple finch, American goldfinch, chipping sparrow, field sparrow, white-throated sparrow, song sparrow, eastern towhee, red-winged blackbird, common grackle, northern water thrush, black and white warbler, Nashville warbler, pine warbler, and black-throated green warbler. So not a bad list, 37 over the course of 2.5 hours or so. It was primarily that one arm that goes down to the marsh that had a lot of the birds. Out in the more open areas, you're typically just hearing like towhees and field sparrows, song sparrows, predominantly, things like that. But anyhow, nice to get over here again and check it out.